They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the gun, Schwartz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. And put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again is Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Ash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff, Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Schwartz. And that is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Schwartz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This drive started with first and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Carry
for Ty Montgomery. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes it in for a Colts score. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, Schwartz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Schwartz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Schwartz. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Willis in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, Schwartz. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Breaks a tackle. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Adam Gotsis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been a block unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On second down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on third down. Schwartz. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got it.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Gone!
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson forced out to his left. Oh, and a a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Schwartz. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Schwartz. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, you got three down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schwartz, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Schwartz. Escaping, and a loose football, and the Ravens have got it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's flushed out left. The throw to the left side caught by Coleman. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Over. Gun. Detroit.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun, being chased out left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson, from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Detroit.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Gun. Detroit. Hot.
He may try, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He finds Coleman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson finds his target, Montgomery. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit!
There's Scarborough on the toss. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They try again with Scarborough. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tyquan Lewis makes this stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it second and goal. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Operating from the gun. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Brissett. And this one is in.
Continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings him. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's... able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wiggles free. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flush to his right, and that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett to throw on first. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll throw again. Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Oh, let's go! White 90!
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And forget about finding a lane. He had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Brissett. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, let's go! Brad 38!
They go to Johnson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Baltimore, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.